You're live.
All
Okay.
right, we are
All
live.
righty. Okay. Hello, everyone, and thank you so very much for stopping by to visit yours truly, Miss Anita. Tonight, I have a special guest, and by the way, this is my first time going live, so just bear with me. Okay, so the question or the topic tonight is, can you find real love outside of your own race or nationality? And tonight I have a special guest. His name is Brent. He has his own channel, Roadrunner 89, and his platform is interracial relationship, hopefully leading into marriage. So I'm going to let him share his story, and we'll take it from there. So, Mr. Brent, I'll let you take it from here.
Okay. All right. Just tell a little bit about myself. I've been married over 27 years, and I'm married interracially. My wife is black, and I got married back in May 19th, 1994, and been happily married ever since. And we have three children and two grandkids. And our kids are grown up. They're living their own lives now. All our kids are college educated. Um, and, I would say I'm living the dream. I got an awesome wife, awesome family. And, it's interracial. And I've always had attraction to black women ever since, since I was a boy. But when I started dating, I dated black women, and I did it exclusively except 2 times in my life. And I don't have nothing against any other women. I just have a preference. And, I've been in love with black women. They're beautiful. But once I really got to know them, I really fell in love. And, I met my wife, and I was 24 when we got married. She was 25, a year older than me. We just hit it off. And, and I think the reason our marriage worked is we put each other first. And even though we're different racial groups, we both wanted the same things in life. We both wanted to be married, wanted to have kids, wanted to be a family. And, regardless of what racial groups you're in or who you're with, as long as you put the person first, I believe you can have a, successful relationship. The problem is a lot of relationships, a lot of marriages, one person is doing what they're supposed to while the other person isn't. And sadly, in our society, that happens way too many times. And I think a lot of times people don't take marriage seriously like they should. But I found special qualities in black women, and I just fell in love with them in that way. Not just the physical beauty, but the inner beauty, and that's what attracted me the most. And you can see, just crunching numbers, looking at society, black women and what they're doing today. Most educated group, the group that's creating the most businesses at this time. And black women are loyal. We see them as race loyal because they mostly marry within their race. And I think it's just not that they have anything against other racial groups, I don't think. I think they just have a big heart. And that's a beautiful thing. And, that's just a little bit about myself and my thoughts. But, I've been blessed. I have a good wife. And, I've been blessed through the years. And, it's gone awesome. But I give it all the credit to my wife. And, I had a little bit to do with it. But anyway, that's a little bit about my story.
Yeah, Well, Mr. Brent, one of the reasons how I found your channel is I think what you offer to especially Black women, and you were speaking earlier about being race loyal. I do feel that we as Black women are that way. But one of the things that you were trying to open up is for us to consider other options. It's not turning away from our own race, but also to consider that, all of us want to be loved, and that you could find love outside of your own race. Not that you're necessarily going out there looking in that direction, but if the opportunity presents itself, I think that's what you were saying. Consider your options. We might be missing out on something that could be spectacular. I think that's what you were inferring or referring to.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the people to make the marriage work, and you can be the same race, different race. That really don't matter. What matters is
Right.
what's in the people's heart, and what matters is how far you're willing to go for that person. Because if you're not in 100%, you really shouldn't be in that relationship. And especially interracial relationships, you need to be all in. And I always
Yeah.
tell people I'm all for interracial relationships, regardless of the dynamic, whether it's white guy, black woman, or black man,
Mhm.
white woman. I don't care. Everybody should have the right to be with who they want to be with. And I'm all for
Right.
it. But if you're not all in, I'm not for it because somebody's going to get hurt.
Right.
If you love that person, yeah, by all means. Um, Statistically, interracial marriages between black women and white men are successful, more successful than people have thought. And I think the reason that's working out well is because the way they go about it. These two groups of people are the least likely to marry out. Black women, white men. They're the most race loyal. It is. Um, but when they come together, it seems like they're in all the way. They're serious about it. I'm not going to say all are, but a lot of them
Right.
are. And me and my wife
Right.
were there. We were all in, and we didn't care what anybody thought. It didn't matter if it was friends, family. It didn't matter. We were going for what we wanted in life, and we got that. And at the end of the day, we have paradise within the two of us,
That's
and
wonderful.
that's what matters. Um, you know, but we're traditional people, and we wanted marriage, we wanted the family, and that's what we got, and blessed for it.
Very good. Very good. And I thank you so very much for taking the time to come on. You're my first guest. And I had said early on that I was going to have you come and visit with me. And hopefully, in the days to come, I'll have you to come back again so we can discuss some more about interracial relationships and how it can work. And we know
Yeah.
for a fact you're a living example. You guys have been married for over 27 years. You are happy and you're doing very well. Your kids are grown. They're striving. So to me, that's a perfect. And you're not the only couple that's out there, but you're definitely an example for us. And trust me, there's people out there that need to hear that there's a positive. It doesn't have to be negative. Some people look at it or view it in that way, but this is a positive. And so it's good to know that we have other options, not just, you stick in one group and that's it. It's nice to know perhaps if you meet someone, you can, you know, make it work. Obviously a serious relationship that's leading to marriage. You want something that's going to be work, not just for fun, but something serious.
Yes, and I would like to iterate in that. Yeah, we do have options, regardless of who you are. I always say open up the options, see what kind of people out there. You'll be surprised that a lot of people you meet outside your race that the stereotypes really don't go together. Um, and what are stereotypes anyway? Generalizations. It seems like they're designed to make people look bad. But
Yeah.
if you get to know people as a person,
Right.
you can find a blessing. And it always says that garbage flows in every neighborhood. Well, so does gold too. I mean, you
Yeah.
can you can find a blessing or a curse, but I think it's just how you go about it, and you know who you find, and you just got to be careful. You got to vet, and as long as you're doing that, and I would suggest praying about it. I pray for my wife, and I think
For
that's why I
sure.
was successful, because looking back, I didn't go into it the right way like I should. But I did tighten up as I went along, as I learned, and that's what life is.
Yeah. I like
So,
what you said though about praying about it. And I think
yeah,
sometimes we do have to have an open mind because a lot of times we're telling God what we want and God may show us something totally different. And I think I
yeah,
remember you sharing with us before is that although you have dated, well, prior to you getting married, you've dated other Black women, but for your wife, that was the first time of her dating someone outside of her race. And I think for a lot of us Black women, sometimes we need to hear that because you don't necessarily date, outside of your race, but it's just good to hear that she found someone that she probably didn't even anticipate, it wasn't even thinking about. And it probably took her by surprise, but it worked. You guys made it work. I mean, 27 years or over 27 years, come on. And you guys are still in love with one another. How often do you hear that? Not often. And that could be the same race, could be a white person with a white person or a
yeah,
black, two Black people together. I mean, it's you don't. It's a blessing though when you can hear that. That's a positive to me, and I think a lot of people need to hear that. But one of the things though, I do remember that you were sharing in one of your uh, live chats is that we do need to vet. That's important, but that's with anybody. To me, when you're vetting and getting to know one another, you find out which each person likes, dislikes, if you can make a go of this or not. So I think that that's important as well. But
yeah,
hopefully it's enough to be compatible that you can make things work out.
yeah. It takes two, and yeah, vetting is very important. And when I say pray, I like to say, the Bible says you have not because you ask not. A lot of times we don't get blessed by God because we're not asking. Um, I don't deserve my wife. I don't deserve the life I have, but I asked God for it and I prayed about it. And you know, one thing is one thing I could do is I can ask for things. I'm good at that, and I am thankful for what I got. You know, and I am.
I believe you.
But earning it, no way. I mean, I thank God I'm not getting what I deserve because that, I wouldn't be here today. Let's just put it that way.
Well, God, one thing is for certain when we ask the Lord, I mean, He gives us more than in our mind. I figure that what we envision for ourselves and what God wants for us is totally different. So when He blesses us, He really blesses us, not us trying to go after, do it, do it for Him, but God putting His blessings or open up the door for us. So I think what you said, that I mean, if I was to end this, basically, is that we do need to pray about it. That's the bottom line, and ask God to, to me, order your steps and show you. Um, Sometimes I think we can overlook people too as well. Opportunity could be right in your face and like, oh no, not the right package, not the
Yeah,
right shape, not the right color. You know what I mean? I think sometimes we can miss out on our blessings.
Most definitely, yeah. And that's why you got to pray about it. And then vet, of course. And, I a lot of us don't do that. And a lot of us are looking for superficial things. Um, as guys, we're looking for dress sizes, the look, and women maybe looking for the guy, the looks too, or how much money he makes. And I don't have a problem with women, trying to find a guy that's got a good job and good resources. Sure, you should do that. But sometimes we get wrapped up in one thing or
That's
a
true.
couple, and we don't get to know the whole person. Um, I know people that make well over 100,000 and knee deep in debt. I know people
Yeah.
that
Or
make,
miserable.
yeah, and I know people that are making 50,000 and they have a home, they have
Doing
family,
very well.
they're making it work.
Yep.
So
I agree.
sometimes, we just don't see the whole, full person. We overlook a lot of stuff just looking at the outward appearance. But
Yeah.
I would say,
And God,
get to know,
I mean, the scripture says that God searches or judges. I mean, He looks at the heart, which is
yeah,
maybe what we probably need to do is
yeah,
looking at a person's heart as to maybe necessarily. I mean, of course, you want to feel some form of attraction, but it's not always about the outer appearance. It is about, because this very person that we may be overlooking could be the very one that might be the one to treat you very well, might be the one that can really, and that's both ways. A woman who may very well love you, they may not have that outer package that maybe you were desiring, and vice versa for a woman that, is believing for the guy in her life, may not be the package on the outside, but the Lord put everything inside of that man for what you may need, or, to build you up or to love you.
yeah,
So
no doubt. No doubt. And that's why we need to know the whole person, and the heart. The heart's most important. Because
yeah,
what good is it if I get with a supermodel that don't have a good heart? It's not
that's
going to last.
true.
And vice
That
versa.
is true. Yeah,
And yeah, we want who we're with to be attractive, no doubt. But you need the whole person. You don't just need bits and pieces.
true.
You know.
And that
But
old saying goes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What may be attractive to me may not be attractive to you. What may be attractive to you may not be attractive to me. So to me, that, and sometimes my theory is that you could be around a person long enough. Maybe in the beginning you didn't find them attractive, but you be around them long enough. It's like, wow, they're wonderful. They're beautiful. They're awesome.
no, I've seen
Because I
that.
think love can change your eyes for when you see
Yeah.
things.
There was a video I showed a while back about that where I don't know if you remember the video where they were working in the church, and it was an interracial couple, and they were going to have him speak, and then she told him she wasn't interested, and then later on she was interested, and they got married. But
Who was it? Who was the actor? Who was the
uh,
person?
they weren't
Was it
actors; they were real
was it
people.
Braxton? Tony Braxton?
No.
No,
These
I'm
were
thinking of
people
another
in
movie.
the church. No, it was real. It was like a documentary.
Oh, oh, okay. I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
Andy and
yeah,
yes, yes,
yes,
I do remember. That was beautiful. That was really beautiful. I need to go back
yeah.
and watch that
And
video. Yeah, that was.
I thought
What was
that
her
was.
name? Her name was Andy. I can't think of her
I
name.
can't remember, but I remember she said, "No, I'm not interested."
Right,
And
she did say.
I was like, "Oh my god!"
She did
And,
say that.
and he still pursued her. I would have
He
been
did.
like, "Okay, yeah."
He
I would have
surely
moved
did. God
on.
bless him. But
But
he said that he prayed about it, and God told him that that was going to be his wife.
and it
He,
was.
she didn't
And
know it, but
yeah,
that was good. Though. Yes, I do remember that. Now I know you. I
yeah,
know exactly what you're talking about.
that most definitely can happen.
Yeah, I believe that. I really
Yeah,
do. Yeah.
but
Yeah, because
yeah,
the father married them. Her father married the both of them, and he told her. Remember, the father told her that's going to be your husband.
yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is uh, my wife's mom said when she met me, she's like, "Okay, when's the wedding?"
Oh man!
Yeah,
Wow.
but we're like, "What?"
That's it. 27 and 27 plus years later.
Yeah, there you go.
She might have said it jokingly, but she spoke something into the air, into the
Yeah,
universe.
I don't know.
Oh,
Some people can see things, I guess. Yeah.
God knows. Well, Mr. Brett, I'm not going to keep you, but I certainly hope that you come back and visit me again, and we'll have another continuation of this discussion. This is my first time having a live chat, so I didn't want to linger too long because I know it's pretty late. And normally you usually have your chats going on, but you sacrifice, and God's going to bless you for that because you are helping me out, and I appreciate
Okay,
that.
I'm
So
waiting.
thank you
No.
so very much.
Yeah,
Okay, so I owe you.
it,
Oh
it,
gosh.
was it was fun doing this. Yeah, it was fun. Um,
Yeah.
and
So now
we'll do more of this.
I go ahead. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say this was fun. I enjoyed it, and you know, being your first time doing it, did an awesome job. And
Oh, thank you so much.
we'll do another. We'll do a part two, and then
Okay,
we'll get some people to come on and look at it.
that'll work.
We'll
That
just
will
add to
work.
the test
I think
run. But
somebody left a comment, but I can't see it. But I don't have my glasses on. I think someone left something, but
that
I
was me.
can't. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put a comment in there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
All
yeah,
righty.
we'll do it, and we'll have a part two. Um, yeah, just let me know when you want to schedule part two, and we'll do it. And
Okay. I'm thinking
I don't know.
maybe if not next week, maybe in the next couple of weeks. I definitely want to do it soon. I don't want to linger too long. I don't want it to be like a month out. And if your schedule will permit, hopefully we can get it in. If not next week, the following week, if that works for you.
Yeah, we'll squeeze it in. I can squeeze it in next week.
Okie dokie. That will work.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
thanks.
Now I got to figure out how to close out, Mr. Brett.
You just put in broadcast, and
Okay, there you go.
then
All
it'll
right,
ask
you
you a
guys.
comment, thumbs up or thumbs down, and you do
Oh
a
yeah,
little.
right. That's all that. Yes, if you liked what you heard, and I hope that something was said. I'm pretty sure something was said that was encouraging and positive for you guys. Please leave a thumbs up. Thank you so much for visiting. Yours truly, Miss Anita, and please subscribe. Thank you guys.
Thanks for
Thank you,
having me,
Mr.
Anita.
Brent. Oh, and Mr. Brent's channel is Roadrunner 89. And
Okay.
he's on quite often.
All right. Thanks
Okay.
for having me. It was a
All right.
blast. All
Thank
right.
you. Take care now.
You too.
All right.
We'll
Bye
talk to
bye.
you later. Bye.